Hype for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle has reached a fever pitch, and the strong marketing push suggests that Bethesda are very confident that this game will deliver. And speaking as someone who was lucky enough to play a part of the game back in October, I too have nothing but praise for this game. But why is this game such a big deal? What specifically have the designers done here to ensure an authentic Indiana Jones experience? These are the questions that we are going to answer today. Welcome my friends, Kevin Shirka here, the Indiana Jones nerd yet again, and this is how Great Circle gets Indiana Jones right. But before we get into that, I wanted to let you guys know that you can now reserve your copy of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle at a discounted price. Instant Gaming is offering Indy's new adventure for $10 off the Steam price if you get the standard edition, and $15 off if you get the premium edition. Their website has all kinds of discounted games, including several classic Indiana Jones adventures, which you can snag for less than $1.50. Plus, if you join my giveaway, you could win a free copy of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I'll leave the links down below in the description. Now, let's talk about the game. You remember in Raiders of the Lost Ark when the Germans had this major excavation in Egypt and Indy's running around covertly doing his own investigation or creating whatever trouble he can? That's exactly what this game is. Take for example the open world environment set on the Plateau of Giza, the most iconic archaeological spot on the planet. The Germans are there in force, conducting a huge operation, and Indy's doing what he does best, sabotaging the German efforts, staying one step ahead of them, exploring the vital nooks and crannies that they've overlooked. It's exactly what I wish for out of an Indiana Jones game. And the adventure is packed with other locations that are perfectly suited for an Indiana Jones story. Some of them, like Peru and Shanghai, harken back to iconic scenes from the original movies, and some of them, like the Vatican and Sukhothai, push the franchise to exciting new places that still fit perfectly with the brand's established formula. Each of these locations capture the best things about Indiana Jones: a sense of adventure, exploration and discovery, a love of archaeology, history and diverse beliefs, and great storytelling. Legendary game designer Todd Howard began this journey 15 years ago when he first pitched the idea of a new Indiana Jones game to Lucasfilm. It would feature diverse locations around the globe, united by a peculiarity that lovers of archaeology have often pondered. Why is it that spiritually significant sites like Giza, Sukhothai, and Easter Island line up in a perfect circle around the globe? Is it just a coincidence, or is there some spiritual or magnetic significance of this great circle? It was a perfect idea for an Indiana Jones story, and a mystery fans can't wait to sink their teeth into. Beyond that, the writers at Machine Games have crafted an immersive world full of rich stories and characters. From the major villain Emmerich Voss, whose sadistic methods are balanced by his desire to seek approval from his fellow archaeologists, right down to minor characters like the long-dead priest Father Crescenzo, who left a plethora of clues regarding the secret at the heart of the Vatican, which drove him mad with obsession. We also will be treated to a plethora of cutscenes, which feel right out of an Indiana Jones movie, evoking feelings of mystery, wonder, excitement, humor. The opening scenes at Marshall College drew me into the mystery and whetted my appetite for more. Another fun cutscene later in the story perfectly blended the fun and excitement of the classic Steven Spielberg films. And this slightly relates to my next topic, which is the cinematic desire to see Indiana Jones on screen, and the choice to go with a first-person perspective for the gameplay. I personally love first-person games, so I was very excited to first learn that Great Circle was being done in this way. I know that for many people this might seem like a peculiar choice. Certainly Tomb Raider and Uncharted have proven that the third-person perspective is a perfect method for adventure games. Heck, even Indiana Jones games have always been in third person since making the jump to 3D. Indiana Jones is a cinematic icon, and it makes sense that players want to see him on screen while they play this game. And that is why the developers have chosen a hybrid perspective in this game. Just like the Chronicles of Riddick or various James Bond games over the years, the camera will switch back and forth between the first and third person perspective throughout the game. And the developers have been very deliberate with the lighting here throughout the game to show off Indy's iconic silhouette. Plus, there will be over 3 hours worth of cutscenes prominently featuring Indiana Jones on screen in the likeness of Harrison Ford. So the desire to see Indiana Jones throughout the game has been satisfied, and that's putting it mildly. Actor Troy Baker has done a phenomenal job capturing the voice and mannerisms of Harrison Ford, and great care has been taken to get the character model just right. Of course, it's a video game and not a movie, so it's never going to be perfect, but to me, that's Indiana Jones. The hybrid perspective utilized in this game unshackles the developers from decades of expectation and cliché. Indiana Jones is not Lara Croft. He doesn't need to be doing somersaults and firing guns all the time. Indy is Indy. He's rugged and masculine. He's about getting dirty and beat up, being in the thick of things, exploring claustrophobia-inducing tight spaces. The first-person perspective makes you truly feel what it's like to be Indiana Jones, as interacting with puzzles and artifacts feels more immersive than any game of its kind. The gameplay is diverse and satisfying. The player is always being encouraged to think like Indiana Jones, to quickly evaluate the situation and plan out the best approach, to think on the fly and find clever solutions to both puzzles and combat challenges. Speaking of the combat, this game borrows some of the best ideas from previous Indiana Jones works and improves on them. The left and right fists have now been assigned to the triggers, indicating their importance. The combat is incredibly varied, with different attack combos, not to mention the further variation from grabs, parries, the whip, your gun, melee weapons, and environmental items. The developers at Machine Games are known for their Wolfenstein releases, which feature significant gunplay, but they have been very deliberate here to downplay those aspects and focus more on what makes Indiana Jones. Indy's not running in guns blazing at every moment, he sneaks around when he needs to. Don't worry, there will be moments of high action as well. This is Indiana Jones. But you should feel confident from the level of thought that has been put into every aspect of the experience here. This game expertly blends so many gameplay ideas which have been specifically crafted to emulate the feel of the Indiana Jones movies. He explores tombs and solves puzzles. He makes us laugh. He takes careful, calculated risks. And he daringly faces danger head-on in heart-pounding action sequences. And just like the movies, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle delivers a captivating story that captures the spirit of great adventure. So now let's turn it over to you. Do you agree from what you've seen of this game that Great Circle is shaping up to be a satisfying Indiana Jones experience? Be sure to hit like and subscribe to stay tuned on all the great indie content we have on the way. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you all fortune and glory. Bye-bye now.